Divine rising, divine rising. It is a godly day. I had to fucking find a spot. You know, I was saying this earlier. A lot of people, for anybody who's just waking up, right now, I guess, see, time is not like a thing for angels and shit. So, you know, you don't pay attention to the clock. So I could go, oh, you know, if it's early in the day for you, that's you thinking it's early. That's people thinking it's early based on, you know, reading a clock and numbers and all this shit or whatever, based on what they time and all that. But it's like the world is always alive. The ecosystems don't really sleep. I mean, yeah, the animals, they get their rest too and all that, but it's like, I don't know what late or early is. That's all I'm saying. However, I've been in this world long enough to know how clocks and schedules and how that has become a way to organize, you know, things. So if I got to be somewhere at a certain time, even though I'm not bound by time, I know when I should make my arrival based on numerical alignment. Sure. Or just be numerical awareness, you know, based on how clocks work and shit. You know, it's not early, it's never late, especially when all you're trying to do is transcend with God and appreciate. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Hey, you got to give credit to everybody. Wait, but you can't give credit to nobody. You got to give credit to God first. Every day, get up, say thank you, God, for another godly day. Thank you for another amazing day. You know, say it and have that feeling in your spirit that can't wait to get outside and like connect with the day itself. You can't get the fuck out your fucking cat taxi, get the fuck out of your kennel, get the fuck out of your little, get out of it. A lot of motherfuckers might think I'm trying to dictate, I'm trying to speak to a motherfuckers. I always say I'm not teaching shit, we're learning together. There's nothing for me to teach, there's nothing that any person has ever fucking done that has already been done by the universe in some way, shape, or form. Especially if, right, we have Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan doing what Michael Jordan does. The universe, everything that Michael Jordan symbolized was something that already existed within the universe in a monumental way beyond everyone's comprehension. Right? So, you know, God puts in the order, God puts it in, and because God's the best, it all just happens so amazingly in a way you never forget it. Michael Jordan comes out, does what he does. But at the same time, while there's Michael Jordan out, there's also Larry Bird. All right? And there's also Kareem and Magic and all these other niggas. Well, I don't know. Hold on. I have to. I know for a fact. Okay, let's think about the motherfuckers that were playing around Jordan and shit, right? Jordan wasn't the only big, like, he wasn't the only superstar. He wasn't the only champ. He wasn't the only monster out there. And a lot of what makes Jordan great, a lot of what makes any great being great is the fact that regardless of how strong they are, they never give up and they continue to just move forward. They continue to just, you know, despite having a broken hand and despite not feeling well, they get their ass out there and they win the fucking championship, or they do their best. They do everything. They do their best. Like, same thing like with Kobe. At the same time, we got Kobe, but at the same time, while Kobe's playing, you got like fucking Dwayne Wade and shit, and you got like LeBron was even playing around Kobe. But when we think about Kobe, you know, you got Kobe, but then you got Allen Iverson was playing around the same time he was, and you got like Tim Duncan and shit. So like, the greatness is abundant. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Everyone's job is different. I was saying earlier, you know, everyone likes to have like food, and everyone likes to have all of their shit just on stock or in stock and in a storage of some sort. You know, it's like, if you take a look out in nature and you look every day, birds and like all the animals out there foraging for food, they're not really like, they're stacking up and shit, but like a lot of the shit that they get, a lot of the food and stuff that they get on a daily basis is them going to it. Don't worry, don't stress, fuck out of here. Get what you need for the time being and keep it moving. That's literally it, honestly. You know, if your situation is rough, you don't know where your next meal is coming from, or if you don't know where your next meal is coming from or what it's gonna be or whatever it is. And there's always specifics, but you know, do your best to get to the store, you know, get some fruit, get some veggies, you know, what does that look like? I'm not saying walk around with bags of broccoli and shit. What I'm saying, okay, what we're saying is basically this, all right? And if you have the privilege and luxury of storing shit in a fridge and all that, and you know, that's cool. But a lot of us out here are moving around. A lot of us out here are going from here to there, and we don't really we might have a cooler. I don't even have that. I used to have one, but that motherfucker got nasty, so I had to, I could have just cleaned it out. I just didn't have the space for it. Yeah, I could have just cleaned it. That coolers, you can work coolers and all that shit. You can fucking, you know, that's what this shit, yeah, it's about realizing that you're good. Okay, don't worry about if you don't have technology. Don't worry about if you don't have all these basic things you're used to. You're good. Be grateful, get what you need for the time being, and keep it moving, okay? Because if you have a car and a house, a good paying job, you know, if you're not somebody who hasn't, woo, I chose this though, so I'm not complaining. I chose this. We chose the divine lifestyle, and with the divine lifestyle, a lot of us start in a not so divine atmosphere on purpose to make it that much harder for God's strongest on purpose, without even really connecting with the fact that we were a part of it, but also have to go through it, right? So like from the youngest age, I've always cared about the most powerful anything and everything. It could be from real life, it could be from fantasy. What's the difference, right? Right? It could be truth is stranger than fiction. Always. I've always been obsessed with the most powerful shit. All right? Power stimulates my spirit, but not power for the sake of powers, not power for power's sake. Okay? I mean power, but like beneficial power, purposeful power, real power. Like when I was like 4 or 5 years old and I watched Mewtwo Strikes Back, you know, when I found out about the character of Mewtwo has a beautiful backstory. I related so much to Mewtwo, and I wanted to relate to the power, but I couldn't because I'm a 5-year-old who can't do telekinesis and all this shit and feel limitless and fucking then use that limitless power to fucking make the heavens that much more limitless and amazing, but in the name of godly nature and good. All right, not no fucking corrupt. Man, they were bullshitting. Man, stop playing. We about to get into all of it, man. Because I start thinking about this and that and that and that, and then it turns into this and this and that and that. And then I start talking about this and that and that, and I don't finish this and that and that, but I come back to that and that and finish that and that. So if you are out here, there's plenty of people homeless right now. Plenty of people are on TikTok and they're showing you like they're vlogging what it's like. I don't know. I got to be doing more than that. I'll never say I'm homeless. What the fuck? Home is here. Home is with the heavens. Home is with God. This is a part of God. God is God. God is this, everything, everywhere. So this, I feel alone shit. Stop it, everyone. There's no such thing as alone. I don't understand. There's no such thing as, look at this. I'm sitting next to this fucking tree right here and it's beautiful. I try to be grateful for every fucking thing I have. You know, like for everything that, you know, you go throughout life and then, you know, things just become a part of you. And not okay, in a good way, yes, but then physically too. Things that, you know, that, you go through life and things become part of you, like in a metaphorical or figurative sense, yes, sure. But then you go through life and things become a part of you in a way, like physically, like where you're hanging out with people and like, you know, you get a tattoo or something, or you're hanging out with people and like you buy a hoodie or something, or you buy some shoes, or you're hanging out with people and you go a place and you get something and then you keep it or something, like, you know, like there's like this sun visor right here. I'm grateful for the amazing person that, you know, left it in this car, I guess, or no, told me I could use it and just never ask for it, but they don't need it. And if they do want it back, they know they can ask for it and I'll give it right back. So that's one thing I don't do. I don't care what happened. I don't care what it is. It could be friends, family, exes, whoever it is. All right, if we've gone through anything together, I'm gonna get back to the whole squirrels and nuts thing, and like for like, you know, I was talking about like, you know, how animals, they don't really stress. They kind of just get what they need for the day and keep moving, because it's all here. Everything is here. It's fucking fine. There's no shortage. Nothing is rare. No. But back, if there's anybody out there that I have that Gem Leone does not speak to as much as they used to, well, this is transcendence. And as we transcend with God, because that's mandatory. Transcending with God for us on a seraphic frequency is what we're here for. So never think that all the videos, never think that all the songs, never think that anything entertainment-wise is different from, including this. Never think that any of that has nothing to do with what I just said. God, seraphic destiny. That's what we're here for. I have no hatred. I have no negativity towards anybody I don't speak to anymore. I'm most grateful for everything, and I love everyone and all that. I do. Because we're godly, so we're always going to be on a godly frequency of love where we appreciate everything and we have no bitterness for anything, because we, even if it wronged us, we will search and try to look for the things that, you know, was a benefit or helped us. So to everybody out there, I don't care whether it's people I used to know or whatever, it doesn't fucking matter. Or if you're someone out there who's in a similar situation where people don't fuck with you as much no more, you don't talk to certain people no more. If you're doing weird shit and you're doing bad shit and you're not taking accountability, okay, look in the fucking mirror, step outside your skin, okay, read the room with your ass being the only one in there. All right, and then maybe pick up on the fact that you're doing and saying things that keep people away because they don't fuck with dumb shit. I don't fuck with dumb shit either. That's the opposite of why I don't have nobody aside from God. Because people think they're gonna come around me with some shit that has nothing to do with serving God and making the heavens better. All right, they think that people, I'm not just gonna come around people, respect, and I respect everyone, but I'm not gonna, it's not about respect at that point. Now it's disrespectful to me if I hang around motherfuckers that are moving a certain way, that are talking about shit that I don't fuck with because it's not godly. What does godly mean? Divine, transcendent, seraphic, okay? Making the earth better, making the galaxy better, making the heavens better, keeping the fucking hatred down, always purifying that shit, all right? The house gets dirty every now and then. And when you're cleaning the house, if you know, you know, all right? If you know, you know this quote. When you're cleaning the house, it doesn't matter if there's one speck of dust or two. So, come on now. The heavens is God's house. All of us, we out here, we the help. We're the butlers, we're the maid, we're not the butler, we're the help. We're the motherfucking maids in this bitch. Cleaning the house. And if people who don't want to be godly want to become dirt, all right, you finna get sprayed, detox, purified, clean, yeah. Day by day, every day. The more and more we get closer to this shit, the more and more people all around us want to turn up. And I don't know anybody like that. So I have a few people I am grateful for in my life, you know, that I have, or at least there's people that I'm grateful for in my life, at least recently, you know, but there's only so much others can do because they are in the process of trying to succeed or not. Most aren't. Oh. So don't worry about all of these things. Don't worry about, oh, my next this, where's this, what about? You will figure it out. I don't give a fuck. But always make sure you have that godly agenda going. Make sure you're always connected to God so that regardless of everything, regardless of your weight, regardless of how much money you have, regardless of your house, regardless of your housing situation, regardless of your food situation, regardless of whatever, you have results on the way. You have investments pending. You have shit that's getting constantly, that's constantly chipping away at you going from here to being in a place that's not bogus. Because a lot of people think that overnight success is just going to happen. No, what success happens forever. Excuse me. Forgive us, God. Forgive us, God. I can't wait till I never have to burp again. I don't like, people go, oh, God created burping, so like you should burp. You should not feel bad. I don't feel bad about it, okay? The seraphim cover their fucking faces and feet in reverence and humility for God's power and glory. What does that mean? It means that God is so godly and we love that and respect it so much and kneel before it and worship it and praise it so much that we, even though we're aware of the fact God knows it's okay and we know God knows it's okay and we know it's okay, we still exercise our appreciation for God's power. Like, no, like we feel embarrassed. That's all we feel, just embarrassed, okay? Whenever we do something that's not the most godly, because we're not trying to be divine at all times. We're learning and we're mastering divine essence with God. We're mastering what it means to be divine. We're not trying to be shit, okay? We're doing our best and we are learning, absorbing, applying, executing, mastering, appreciating, and loving the fuck out of it. That's what that is. Forever. And the success grows and grows and grows. So when you have nothing, you have no followers, no money, no nothing, you'll get a little more something. After doing a bunch of shit, after having nothing for a long time, you will get a little something. And then from there you take that and you get a little more something, a little more something. Because even all the success that the most successful people have, it's not shit compared to God. So they better be humble and realize, okay, even though I'm a multi-billionaire, I'm a multi-millionaire, even though I have all these records, I've done so much, I'm on paper and like just in general, I am a successful motherfucker. Okay, great. How many times are you gonna get to that point where you say that shit out loud to yourself? Huh? You're successful. Great. Every second that goes by, new souls are being brought into this realm at least. And they need guidance. Guidance that is gonna seek them out before the fucking corrupt system does. Before the hateful system does. Before the negative system does. Before the fear casters try to get to them before, and they already do. But the fear casters can't fuck with them like that and on from the start. And there's, guess what? There are a lot of, a lot of souls get brought into this world. A lot of, babies come into this world, and there is shit that happens. Babies do go missing sometimes. But a lot of times there's a lot of indoctrination that goes on with the fucking child right away. Why? The baby ain't did nothing. It's a new soul that just got to the fucking world. And y'all gonna be on that fucking fuck shit? Y'all gonna be on that 12 shit? Motherfucking taking a baby's fingerprints. What the fuck type of shit is that? Why did they need our fucking footprints? That's not even my shit. Fuck out of here. That's the, okay. You thought, nigga. Don't ever think, nigga. Don't ever think, bruh. Motherfuckers go, oh, guess what? You better figure your ass out with God forever, because what this is today ain't gonna be what it is tomorrow. It's gonna be pretty much the same, but except how much more stronger and smarter and aware and how much more balanced it is. Okay, everything we are, boy. Hey, what's my strongest point now, nigga? A second goes by. What's my strongest point now? What's your strongest point? My strongest shit is I want to be a moving goalpost of power with God. All right. Okay. People go, oh, you don't have to feel bad about things. It's like in Dragon Ball. All right. When Lord Zeno comes out, Beerus, all of the destroyer gods and all of the angels, all of the most powerful beings in this, powerful franchise, they kneel before Zeno, and Zeno is the most goofiest, funny, colorful, coolest, cute little fucking dude. But Zeno don't fucking play, because if Zeno wants to destroy everything and then only create existence, and then only if Zeno wants to destroy everything, recreate it in a second, so it's only Zeno, they kneel before Zeno's power, because they know that Zeno is basically the god of Dragon Ball. They know that Lord Zeno is the strongest, is like the strongest being in Dragon Ball. So even the Grand Priest, Lord Whis, Lord Beerus, all of the strongest beings in Dragon Ball, think about it, they have to kneel before Lord Zeno. And they do it out of being, they do it in fear. One, because Zeno, there's no limit to Zeno's power. Zeno is not just a little cute thing. Zeno has forms and stuff that Zeno can turn into stuff. All I'm saying is respect God's power. That's it. All right? Because a lot of motherfuckers, they don't. They want to sit up here and try to get a head start on corrupting new souls and shit out here. Like, what? Taking a baby's fingerprints. Mutilate, hey, the whole, cutting of, or, you know what they do to babies and stuff, depending on the parents and all that. And guess what? And then it gets to the point where a lot of people think that their parents are their parents when their shit was swapped. I know people, we always stay sharp with God. We always stay aligned. So regardless of what it looks like or what we're going through, we're always going to be divine. And we're always on God's side. We're seraphic and we're on God's side, okay? To everybody out there who thinks we have some loyalty to you or some shit, like, you need to have loyalty to God and to all things godly. Because then there's no contract, there's no fucking agreement, there's no like a birth certificate. They take the baby's footprint. They're taking umbilical cords, and they're taking all of this like fluid, and they're taking flesh. They're taking organic material while at the same time giving the baby paperwork. Like, what the fuck? I guarantee you, if babies could come out and know how to read and write, they would make the baby fill the fucking paperwork out. Who's they? You might say, oh, it's them, it's the hospital. No, it's all the motherfuckers who have all of that shit in motion, to the point where you have all these doctors and all these people working at these working for these industries where they're just working it like it's a regular job, but they've also, they're to them, the corruption is like normal to them. So it's like what happens, like you become a product of your environment, right? So if there's a dog and it's getting abused and shit by its owner, right? Terrible. It gets neglected and all that. But then the owner gets locked up, because you ain't gonna do that. We gonna find out. Anybody out there abusing animals, like, if you're out there taking your aggression, your hate, sadness, all that, whatever the fuck, if you're out there taking it out on an animal, guess what? An animal will sit there, take all that shit, and still love you, and still come up to you, and be there and try to be something supportive. But if a dog that goes through that then goes to another house where it's caring and loving and gets its food and it's everything that it should be for an animal, if it goes to there, there's going to be a transition where especially if there's other animals. So be a good product of your environment. Don't be no bad product of your fucking environment. All right? Fuck that. Hell no. Because motherfuckers want to sit up there and you ain't gonna, what? Don't be no bad product of your fucking environment. Because if you hang around bad shit, especially bad organizations that have the privilege of operating and running industries, which is just an exercise. It's just something to do, just something to appreciate at this point as eternities go on. Right? You got a corrupt organization, and they got corrupt people, and then they're bringing on more and more, they're inducting corruption within the ranks. It gets to the point where, like, some people might be honest, but then they realize, oh, well, I have a bill, I have this job, I have whatever. I'm sorry, some shit was playing. But yeah. You know? I don't fuck with that. I don't fuck with that. I mean, shit, I could tell you, you know, I grew up, I had siblings and shit. You know, I remember one time one of my siblings, my sibling got sold off. I don't give a fuck. I'm being real, and I have no hate or anything towards anybody. Everyone, do what you need to do. Do what you need to do. You probably don't like me. Don't give a fuck. Because what I stand for is order. What we stand for is order. If you need to sell your baby because you need whatever, because you need the money, because you need it, because you think you need it, for whatever reason, if you need to sell your baby to a friend that has money and the nest to take care of a fucking kid that you have in addition to all the other kids you have, right? If you're someone who has multiple kids, but then after you have multiple kids, you happen to know a friend who wants a kid, I don't care if it's through adoption, that's still selling a kid. I don't care if you just hand it off and say, sure. And I don't care if they write up and there was like a contract agreement and everything. So at the end of the day, it should be a win-win. But if you're moving corrupt, it'll always be a lose-lose for your ass. And I always talk about you never lose. No, you lose if you create your own failures. If you sell your kid through a legal, healthy contract agreement, especially when you have too many kids and you have somebody who wants kids but can't have, or you know somebody who wants kids but can't have kids, get your little money. But what are you going to do with that money? That kid, remember, you're selling, if you're going to go and organize that type of shit, okay, I don't care if you're dropping a kid off at adoption agency. I don't care what it is. If you have a kid, I'm gonna get off this topic, all right? And for whatever reason, you give it up and there's money involved, just know the kid is gonna go on and be something and be great. Because most of the time in adoption situations, it's a middle-class family. They don't allow them to be poor. Because being poor is just the result of getting here and not getting your shit together. After so long, to the point where now you're having kids after not having your shit together. And then you're creating generations of poorness. And now you're fucking making it so kids have to climb the ranks and all this shit. But that's not even what it is. We were automatically created to be the most fucking godly we can possibly be. And that has been present from the start. That's why I've always gravitated. I've always been attracted. I've always been hypnotized by all things powerful. But all things powerful in the name of God. Or godly, or God in a godly way. Right? So fucking growing up, man, like I said, Mewtwo just waving his hands and destroying everything. But remember, he's not destroying everything. Mewtwo is literally an experiment. Let me cut this off. Mewtwo, okay, you want to know? I always like to, damn, my fucking wrist. Damn, this must be from them knuckle push-ups. I don't know, or my fucking knuckles, bruh. Long story short, there is so much shit in fantasy. I talk about a lot of fantasy shit because the fantasy shit is the real shit. Fantasy shit is the real shit. In Pokemon, the humans, they took DNA from Mew, which is a legendary Pokemon, and then they took DNA from humans. So, and if you read in the manga, I believe that the human they got DNA from was from one of the scientists' daughter that had passed away from a disease. And it was Mewtwo's friend. So while Mewtwo was in the Bacta tank growing, you know, in early stages, Mewtwo, one of the professor's daughters, or one of the scientists' daughters, was like one of his only friends. She would hang out by the tank and, like, you know how it is in anime. But that's what it was. So, but I'm pretty sure, I forget how they did it. I'm pretty sure it was just it was Team Rocket. They took DNA from Mew and they put it together with human DNA. Long story short, that created Mewtwo. All right. When Mewtwo was fully developed, Mewtwo took a look around realized that everything was corrupt. Mewtwo was confused because Mewtwo didn't feel good about everything that was going on. Mewtwo was literally the product of genetic mutation, not geoengineering, but genetic, but gene splicing. Just like Stitch. Okay? I'm talking about the beings that were straight born from, you know, from genetic mutations. You know, Stitch is a really good, but you know, Mewtwo, Stitch, these are examples of characters that were created from corrupt minds. But despite the fact they were created from corrupt minds, they went on to be great. Mewtwo could have fucked up the whole world at any point, and he did. For, you know, but then he realized all of us together, you know, living in harmony, all that balance shit. But that don't mean Mewtwo ain't out here fucking motherfuckers up. Plenty of times. Outside of the first movie, if you catch any of the newer movies or some of the movies that after that came with Mewtwo, or some of the episodes with the show, Mewtwo goes around and is restoring balance. Mewtwo is like, is synced. Mewtwo is peaceful. But then if there's some bullshit going on between Pokemon, like say there's a bunch of like pincers bullying, you know, a Meryl or something, Mewtwo will just be like, all right, calm the shit. Like Mewtwo, yeah, that's what I love. Mewtwo is neutral. Mewtwo said, I love Pokemon, I love humans, but I am here for the balance of both. And at first, Mewtwo was all about fuck humans. I'm standing for Pokemon. I'm sliding for Pokemon. I'm slamming anybody. If you abusing Pokemon, you getting fucked up. And guess what? And at first, it was everybody was getting fucked up just because Mewtwo was abused. Mewtwo gave humans a second chance, and they did them bogus, right? Same thing with Stitch. Stitch wasn't supposed to be fucking created for shit. I love the movie Lilo and Stitch. Hey, because they reference the that movie is fucking amazing. Because they reference the fucking galactic, the Galactic Federation. Don't think just because I'm excited to talk about this shit. So that's why I stutter. Don't think that just because, oh, it ain't coming out as quick or as clear that means the nigga is like partial or it's like half truth or some shit. No, I love this shit. I'm so excited. All right. They put that in your face. That movie was made in like what, 2002? 2001, 2000? I don't know when Lilo and Stitch came out. It might even be in the late 90s. I don't know. But fucking, nah, it wasn't late 90s. But Lilo and Stitch was a movie that I'm still, it's a movie I'm still fucking digesting. That movie starts out so self-aware. But just because yo ass ain't aware, just because I wasn't aware, that doesn't mean that shit isn't actual. Oh, but you can go to the mall and be around people and that's comfortable for you, but you can't, but the reality of all these monsters and all these like, not monsters, but like, you know, the Galactic Federation, it's literally the UN, but with extraterrestrials. So you're telling me you can cut, woo, fuck out of here. Hey, I would watch a lot more presidential debates if they were extraterrestrial. I would watch a lot more presidential debates if the real fucking if the motherfuckers. I would watch more political shit regarding the White House and the UN and all this shit going on global wise. I would watch more of that if they would just drop the fucking act. I would watch more of that if they would boost their ratings, stop being scared by thinking we're scared and give a fuck about their true forms. Because not all the people you see walking around are people. Some of the people that aren't people, like, I mean, like us, I'm not a fucking human for shit. I'm a human being. Like, I'm not a human being, but like, I appreciate and live for what it means to be human. Because Earth taught us what it means to be human, and that's not flesh, that's not physical based. All right? It's not physical based. If I could that's why I wear glasses sometimes. I'm not even trying to be like, cause look at my eyes. See, I'm aware of that. Why? Because I look at my eyes, and the more, for the longest time, people were like, our eyes. I've gotten compliments on our eyes. We have gotten compliments on our eyes. See how every time I say me, I correct it with we and our, because of God and the seraphim and all of us. Okay. Whenever we've gotten compliment, and you can do it. I don't care if I say I a million times and then have to fucking revise. I don't care. That shows you care. We've gotten plenty of compliments on our eyes in the past, and I never really saw. Excuse me, forgive us, God. Forgive us. We never really saw what was so great about them. I don't know. That's because we were focused on, making our life greater, so that what we see through our eyes is amazing at all fucking times of of eternity. Great, cool. My eyes look cool, but I'm blessed. We're blessed. We wake up every day. Whenever we leave the astral plane, we come out of the astral plane, and I'm starting to remember more and more about the astral plane too, as each night or each time after each session. It's so fucking amazing. But you don't worry about it. It's all effortless, and it's self-explanatory. It's all just automatic. But people go, oh, you look great. You look great. Well, do I feel great? Yes. And I always will, regardless of anything. And that's God. So that lets you know that all of this is just an exercise. It gets to the point where you start to look how you feel. Great. Motherfucking great. But all I'm saying, guys, is if I could cut the cap, if I could go green fully right now for you, I would, but I'm still learning how to do that. And as we learn how to do that together, I want to give as much sauce as possible. I'm not with no gatekeeping shit. If right now I activated my ability to use, all of my elemental and nature and heavenly godly abilities, like in this physical realm, in the way it's effortless and automatic in the astral plane, which is, another training realm, another extension of our spirits to go appreciate and learn how to love and be godly. And purify the hate. Oh, I love me. And that's the thing. That's why I could never hate. I could never hate anything, especially hate. I might strongly dislike what it stands for, but I appreciate the fact that it gives us a purpose. Remember, the seraphim, okay? They are here to purify. They purify. We purify. Okay? We're not here to destroy shit. God loves you. The embodiment of God's love, burning bright, strong. You finna walk your ass in, a hateful motherfucker, and walk out the other end not corrupt. You finna walk out the other end and you gonna try again. We got for eternity. So yeah, there's a bunch of motherfuckers that went out, a lot of historical figures in history too, who are responsible for mass genocide. Yeah, they getting fucked up. But understand that they are also forgiven. So, that's why I don't, hey. So I would. That's what I'm trying to. That's why I be trying to get out in the sun. I'm doing everything I possibly. I'm basically I'm troubleshooting this physical avatar to fucking get the damn shit booted up, so we can get this PC fucking really running. All right. It's like I got a virus or something. We trying to get that virus out. We trying to get this motherfucker going. All right. I'm trying to walk around in true, pure angel form. Okay? Whatever that looks like. I always talk about, my skin being green, or I always talk about glowing green in some way, shape, or form. I always talk about like glowing green aura energy, or I always talk about, green skin glowing, or, glowing green eyes. Even though I think my eyes, you probably can't see it because there's not the sun. There's like, the sun is facing right here where I'm parked, so I got the visor up. But, like, that's what I'm trying to be on, man. You watch too much anime. You don't watch enough, ho. Don't even get enough. I don't even get no. I don't even. I didn't even go. Don't worry about what I just saw. Don't worry about what I just saw. Don't worry about what I just saw. Because God is great. That's all you need to know. God is the greatest. No way in fuck, man. It's all we hear. I'm just only the godly stuff. Only the godly stuff. I don't care. Leave us out of it. Because I get bothered if it's something just that's not purposeful. We get bothered if it's not purposeful. You know, people out here, they need the sauce. They need the help. They need everything they can possibly get before beings try to corrupt them. Like I said, we're in the, and guess what? All of it is already woo! I say, oh, we're trying to, you know, we're trying to check every possible box that you have to check every second of the day so you can have a great day and be successful every day forever with God. And on purpose, just for appreciating this shit and loving it that much, I'm out here doing everything and anything. Like I said, if you're gonna master your true abilities, you need to become one with your true origin so you can have access to you need to embrace the true reality of you. God, the heavens, the universe, the galaxy, Earth, here, everything, all of us, you, us, this, fuck yeah. And then how it looks as it's happening, you just have to appreciate it, you know, and make the most of it. So then whenever you're putting attention on highlights, you go, oh, fuck yeah. And then whenever you're working, whenever you're out here doing whatever, you're aware of how the highlight's gonna look, but you're not too focused on that because you're out here, you know it's gonna be great because you're not putting too much attention on, you're not trying to fuck it up by overthinking. I already said, when Gem Leone finally pops, all right? After the universe and the heavens and the galaxy, after we get all this shit out here the way it needs to be, don't worry, Earth, okay? Gem is already here. Gem's been here forever, okay? God has been here forever. The divine have been here forever. The seraphim have been here forever. The cherubim have been here forever. The ancient ones have been here forever. There's just a lot of shit we had to get together. A lot of shit we had to, you know, understand. A lot of shit we had to understand and appreciate so that we could become this shit today. Literally, this right here is just another extension of all those things, like that whole list I just mentioned. But it's not limited to the weather. It's not limited to what's going on in the cosmos. No, it's never limited, okay? Think about that. God, there's God at the highest scale. We're not at the lowest scale. There's God at the highest scale, and then there's where we are among the lower scale, because everything under God is always going to be lower. It doesn't even matter. The seraphim are the strongest thing under God, and even they, all right, they are basically humans compared to they're not even ants compared to God. But guess what? We're all, in terms of power and like what they could do, they can't, nobody stop, okay? Dumb shit. My goal out here is to be, or our goal is to, is to finally get the fuck out here for you guys, for us. You know, like whatever we make off of music, sure, whatever we make off of whatever is great, you know, from the jobs. But like with this shit, with 6 Wings, I already said, anything we make off YouTube for fucking 6 Wings or TikTok, all that is just going right back into production, right back into making the videos better, right back into making our ability to connect with each other that much more strong, and strengthened. Because and then but when we go to schools and colleges and workplaces and public places to talk this shit in between the music and in between the jokes and all the gaming and all the other stuff, because this is me, this is us. This shit right here is why the music is so great, especially based off what we've gone through. Same thing for YouTube, and especially the acting shit too, which is not even acting. I already said, when you see us in movies and you see us in TV and doing all this shit that motherfuckers dream about and kneel over and fucking want to fucking do rituals and sacrifice shit that they don't even have to, and it's not even happening even if they think it is, right? What? Fuck. You got to get right with God first. I always say it, connect with God first, connect with the universe first, and then go pursue. Or else, yeah, I see y'all niggas. You're not doing shit. Or else, you're going to pursue, and in the process of pursuing without God, it's going to build you in a way where you finally realize, okay, God, I need you. And then God, I know, let's go. Been waiting. God been waiting on a lot of us forever, including us. Woo! But we've always been connected. We just had to fully embrace. So, because this is the shit that matters. I want to go out and talk all this shit and do all, because this is the shit that is gonna make you successful. This is the shit that's gonna keep you fucking strong. Okay, this is the shit that took me from looking at myself, and I've always felt great about myself, but I've never had the best. We've never had the best, like, I guess, opinion of our physical self, because we never really put attention on it. So it wasn't a bad opinion, it's just no opinion, right? If you have, it's like a matter of not being able to get approved for a loan or something because you have no credit. It's not that I have bad credit, okay? I don't have bad credit because the credit that I did have, I fucked up. I have no credit because I decided not to get involved with, unnecessary risks, at least until they became necessary risks. I'm all about a risk. Woo! But I'll let God be the judge of what the fuck the real risk is I should take. I'm not gonna listen to no motherfuckers around me, especially when they're talking, talk. But we're aware of the fact that their spirit is what's connected to them talking about what they're talking about. No, fuck that. Their spirit is what's connected to their fucking mind, which is formulating all this shit that they're aware of, which then leads to it being which leads to it coming out as a verbal, it comes out as actual words, a statement, a verbal statement. I don't need to know what you're thinking. I don't need to know any of that shit. I don't need to know what you're thinking about, let alone what the fuck you're about to say as you say it. If I get around y'all and your spirits, the energy of your spirit, especially based off the little things you say. You could be talking about, it's a nice day, but then you followed up with something, it'd be cool if we go do this, but like what your suggestion ain't really shit. It's not helping anybody. So yes, we're gonna go talk to we're coming to everywhere, bro. I don't care. When I come, especially if it's when it's community based, I don't need a single cent. I'm getting paid enough just by connecting with y'all, because I get to connect with good spirits. That makes us stronger. Can't really connect with a bad spirit, because that means relating to bad shit, which I don't relate to. But I can purify his ass. We can purify him by being something that they can't fuck with, to the point they either go, you know what? I'm not going to try to fuck with that because I can't corrupt it. I can't imprison it. I can't make it do what I want. I can't make it think that it doesn't serve God. So I'm going to go try to find somebody else. All right, telemarketer shit. Calling a bunch of people all day, hoping someone falls for the fucking trap. Because you ain't touching nobody. We have nothing but good intentions, nothing but good motives, agendas. When I say good, I mean godly. I don't even mean the opinion or perspective of good and bad. I mean godly. That's good, nigga. You can say what you want, feel how you want. If anything godly disturbs you, that's why I'm raising my voice, because I'm talking to you motherfuckers out there. If you're bothered by anything godly, go get a fucking smoothie or something. Because clearly you ain't consuming the right shit based off what you spitting. What goes in must come out. As above, so below. Within and all around. I didn't skip the whole thing. So, yeah, you know, especially running around. I like to, in between doing all this shit, you know, I was trying to find a park earlier. I couldn't find one. I found a few decent, but they were all packed with people. And I don't care about people. I don't care. People can walk through and see it, but you ain't about to ruin the video. You ain't about to ruin the vibe. You ain't about to ruin the element. All right? If that's the case, you can catch this shit on YouTube. You catch this shit on TikTok. All right? Some people, you know, some people get to go watch Curry. Curry, come on, man. Send a nigga some tickets or something. I need to learn from true godly beings out here. It's not even because, oh, I'm trying to glaze. Oh, I'm trying to fucking watch. I'm trying to be around public figures. Oh, I'm trying to think I'm on some shit. No. No. I'm the type of nigga. So, let's talk about the godly ones in this world, right? Fuck, I keep talking over the other. I got a bunch of topics I'm about to do. Okay, so, long story short, but we'll talk about the godly ones. But we'll talk about the godly ones, then I'll go into the other shit, right? It's not even no other shit, but the godly ones, like Steph Curry right there is he's a being that represents God's power being present at all time. All right, we can go, oh yeah, oh, he's obsessed with winning and he cares about being successful. He's championship mentality, all that, but everybody has that shit. What sets Steph apart? What he does and what he lives for. What he does on that court is what he lives for off the court. All those shots niggas is making, all those shots. He's been practicing that shit since young. And let's not forget about his royalty. His dad been doing that shit too. So that's natural. Let's okay, right? But let's not blame it. Let's, like I said, it's up to the universe and you. The universe said Steph Curry gets to be the greatest shooter. A lot of people don't think Steph's the greatest player of all time. I think that's always going to be up for debate because your favorite player is based on opinion. There's so many eras. Your favorite everything. It's just like everything. A lot of people go, oh, Star Wars, the original trilogy is better than the prequels. Can we just agree that the original trilogy and the prequels are better than what the fuck Disney did? But Disney did some great shit. I like Force Awakens. Last Jedi was a bit mixed and confusing, but it was still nonetheless exciting movie, but they lacked on the lightsaber fights, which is one of the main reasons we show up aside from dog fights. I show up for the Force. I show up for the light. I show up for all of the divine shit that goes on between the Jedi and the Sith, and how that then connects and plays a part in the galaxy of the politics and the Senate and like the federations and banking systems and all that other shit. All right. That's why the Clone Wars was so great, because it was not about the Jedi just being monks and then, like, you know, just being peacekeepers. No, these niggas were on the front fucking lines. And it was all for bullshit, but they were like, you know what? Different worlds all throughout the galaxy are getting picked over, and it's not right. There's nothing out here that's stopping these motherfuckers from burning worlds, from imprisoning people, and let alone harvesting the planet itself. So the Jedi got out there. It was all a setup, but still, like, you know, it's nice to see, you know, super beings on the fucking front lines doing some shit with the superpower. That's all, you know. You know, Steph Curry's one of those, you know, just like Jackie Chan. Two of my favorite, like, beings in this world based on performance is probably Jackie Chan and Steph. Steph's been doing what Steph does since like the 2000s, and, you know, and Jackie has been doing what Jackie does since the 70s and 80s. So, let alone, you know, so, you know, they're limitless. They stand the test of time. They're infinite, and everything about them is godly, and you can't fuck with them. And, you know, despite all the other great things that, like, despite the fact LeBron's out there, and LeBron will always be out there, despite the fact, you know, I'm trying to think of another action star, despite the fact Arnold is out there, you know, You can't fuck with either. They're all great in their own way. I love it when legends stand on the same fucking field. I love that shit. I love it. Because, you know, when they get around each other, they're competing, but they're learning together. And you can't take, none of them can take anything away from each other because they can't. They're not in charge of that, one. And two, it's not supposed to happen. But I was talking about how every day, you know, just make the most of what you got. Like, if you don't have shit, if you're always on the road, you're always on the move, whatever, just find a way to make sure you get your exercise in. Okay? Get 100, 150 push-ups in. All right? Do 25, or no, to do 25 to 50 if you can. Just get your, I'm telling you, after, I don't care how easy it is for you to do 100 push-ups. 100 push-ups is a solid, good exercise. Okay? Do 25 regular, 25 wide. You want to switch it up? 25 diamonds, and then 25 in any way, but like on your knuckles or something, right? And then do 100 crunches, right? And then do 100 jumping jacks, right? But like high output though, okay? I'm telling you, I work out for maybe sometimes 10, 15 minutes, but I do high output, and because I don't have the luxury of a gym like that. Gyms are everywhere. Memberships are available like a fuck. I'm just trying to manage whatever little fucking change I have so I can fucking, you know, keep at least a can of cashews or something, or, you know, a protein bar or something. In between there. I'm not saying like for dinner or nothing. I'm saying like in between, all throughout the day, you got to keep your energy up. Don't be eating chips and bullshit. Don't be, oh, I'm hungry. No, you're not. You're not fucking hungry. You need nourishment. You need energy. You're here to do a job. Energy is a part of why everything was fucking created. You're a part of that. So if you're not eating shit that's giving you energy, you're literally poisoning yourself. You're taking the bait. You're fucking falling for it. All of these companies that profit, Lay's, Nabisco, General Mills, Kellogg's, most of these fucking companies don't care about your fucking health. They care about what? They care about as much money as they can possibly make off of their business, because that's what it is. It's a business. All of this is a business and an investment. And the perception of those investments and the business of it is unlimited. So if everything is energy based, then I only care about the most godly energy. So I'm gonna eat fucking pineapples. I'm gonna eat mangoes. I'm gonna eat spinach, bitch. Okay? I'm gonna eat cashews. I'm gonna eat, you know, protein, you know, supplement. I'm gonna eat plant-based, and I'm gonna eat nutritious. It's not because I like to eat it or what tastes good or what I like. Fuck all that. We need energy. So, you know, we ran over, grabbed some cashews, you know? I'm grateful I still had some money on the food card. It was like $15 or some shit. My shit only came to like 10. But, you know, because I got a couple, you know, you gotta start the day right. Fuck, opened. Ah. Damn, nigga. Right? Unsalted, roasted cashews. I don't even, yeah. Fuck anything they're talking about on the back of this. All that shit matters when you think it does. We got God, got the heavens, the galaxy, the universe, all the seraphim, all the divine godly beings, all the angels, all the godly ones with the GF. This is Earth. Go and look up how cashews are made. They grow from a fruit. These are a plant, nigga. Some people's destiny was created. Some people's destiny was based on being created for making, you know, nuts. Or no, not nuts, but A lot of people's job is based on, you know, the industry of cashews and like all these healthy snacks and shit. They're not snacks. We're not consuming shit. We're aligning, right? People go, oh, I'm hungry, I'm gonna eat. No, you're not eating, all right? This comes from the earth. This comes from the heavens. This comes from the universe. This is energy right here. It's just another demonstration, another example of how unlimited the energy is out here, all right? Physics are not only limited also to liquid, solids, and gases. Maybe based on your comprehension, but free yourself of what the fuck you think you've learned. Understand there's more to it out here and it's been around you this whole time. Right? Someone comes in the room shouting and yelling and saying a bunch of dumb shit for no fucking reason. That's negative energy. You know that's negative energy. Someone comes in, they're enthusiastic, they have positive energy. You can feel it. Crystals have energy. Animals, they have their own energetic fields, just like us. Everything is alive. Everything, nigga. At least the shit you know. I can look at this motherfucking, are my glasses alive? No, but the motherfucker wearing them, man. So, this is energy. You're not eating this shit. You're aligning. You're embracing. Right? Overstand, understand, and understand this shit. Right? This is not eating. You are. That's how we do that. That's how this avatar breaks shit down, but it's gonna get to the point where you don't have to sit up here and chew and swallow and all this dumb shit. But for now, that's just what it is. But this is energy. You're not eating, you're staying aligned. Your body automatically knows this is good for you. All right? Involving yourself with things that are good for you is a part of staying aligned. What does it mean to be involved? Exactly that. To be involved. Okay? So be involved with good things, and your alignment will always be strong. Okay? Yeah, energy. Same thing. We start going on tour and shit. Ain't no nothing. I heard about Michael Jackson going on tour, and he was starting. He was like stopping at fucking KFC and all these. Fuck out of here, Michael. Fuck them niggas. You're Michael, nigga. You can stop the bus at any time. Oh wait, you can't go to a grocery store because fuck out of here, man. I get it, child stars and shit. Child, you know, people who are famous since a child. That's how it is, but I've always gotten a little more attention than usual among most. Well, while not saying anything just because I look weird, but no, I don't. Do I? Do I look weird? There's a lot more weirder looking people. Probably. Or something like that. I'm not too bad. What else we got? You know? This is just the snapback for today. I'm going fuck yeah, I don't care. Prioritize your health. Care what's your people go, oh, I'm always driving, so I go through the drive-through. What the fuck? Okay, well, if you're always driving, drive through a fucking grocery store parking lot. Get your ass out. Get you some fucking cashews, nigga. Get you some fucking Green Machine. This right here is the best shit ever. It's a literal, telling you, we got apples, mango, pineapple, banana, kiwi, spirulina, alfalfa, broccoli, spinach, barley grass, wheatgrass, ginger, parsley, kale, and garlic. All of that right there, nigga. We ain't getting to that just yet. That's a little later in the day. We still have to, you know, we're in the earlier in the day, you want your energy up. All right. You want low fiber, high energy. And then when you, because at least for me, when the day turns over, I can't really eat nothing too much if it's early, aside from this right here. This is because you need something in your stomach in the beginning of the day. You need something that's going to give you energy, and you need some type of fiber. So that's why just like a handful of nuts. That did not come out right. That didn't either. Let me give you a visual representation of what I'm talking about, okay? What you want to do is get your canister of fucking cashews, get your fucking hand, put them in there, get a handful, and eat them like that. And grab the one that's in your cup holder and eat that one too, even if there happens to be fuzzies on it. And some dust. And some motherfucking blunt ashes. It's so hard to talk about almonds and cashews and pistachios and shit of that nature without people being immature about it. But I'm still aware of it, so I gotta, you know. But yeah, this right here, apple, strawberries, orange, banana, raspberries, red grapes, pomegranate, cranberries, with a hint of chokeberries and elderberries, boosted with flaxseed, vitamin B6 and B12. Vitamin B6 and B12 right there are some great shit when you read about them. Is vitamin B6, B12 is actual shit? Not if you're godly. Because you're just appreciating the fact that this whole bottle is just all that fruit compressed. Puree. Oh, it's a mix of puree and concentrate. So it's a mix of fruit that was pressed and a mix of fruit that was all together just grinded up into a liquid form. So this right here, pure energy. That's what you want to do. Start the day with red, middle of the day green, end the day with blue. Pinky up. It's fancy right there. When in doubt, pinky out. Now that's fancy. Now that's fancy, nigga. Trying to think about what we should do for the next one. For this one, I just wanted to find a spot and get to it, but we should go try to find a park. I also don't know what park. There's a bunch of them, but they're all like kind of small, so it's easy just to pull the fuck up. It's easy for people just to pull the fuck up. Where the smoke at, man? You know I gotta have a smoke. I've been hitting the motherfucking vape. Oh, let's talk about that. I vape a lot. We vape a lot because we appreciate air. Okay, we appreciate the colors. We love colors. We embrace the fact that colors are something God made. We love like the culture behind it. Like whenever you're watching a movie and someone's going through something, but then they pull out a cigarette and like the camera revolves around them, or like it's just a really dramatic shot and they have a fucking cigarette, or they're smoking some shit, or like it's like two friends are in a car and they're passing a joint or something and there's music playing and they're just like laughing, and it's like this, like, you know, there's a million reasons why. I don't do it because I need to get high or because I need a rush or a buzz or none of that shit. It's just another thing that it's another thing that we just do, and it's connected with God and the elements and nature. It's not something it depends on what your reasons are for it, right? So if your spirit is ungodly and you're out here doing, if you're vaping, you're gonna feel those effects because you're not godly. So therefore you think that all this shit that you're doing ain't gonna have an effect. You either think you can do it without God and nothing's gonna happen, or you think that, you know, that's really what it is, right? When it comes to bad shit, you know, you either think you can do it without God and you find out that you can't, or you do everything with God and you're aware of all the fear that most people have for shit. You're aware of why people do this and why people don't do that. You're aware of it, but it don't fuck with you because you're godly. That when you're godly, when you're seraphic. Plus, I work the fuck out. I'm healthy as shit, nigga. We're healthy as fuck spiritually, so that's why anything going on with this physical shit don't matter. You can't stop the godly. Embrace it. Stop holding yourself back from fucking true power by thinking that you have to think. We're godly, that's that. So I like how this looks. I didn't even used to smoke vapes like that. I think one time I ran out of weed or something and I was just bored. And I found one. At one of the foster homes I was at. Better than nothing. But then I got more. But then I got weed and shit more. You know, I got more. You know, weed, smoking that good shit. And then I realized, you know, despite the fact that I have weed, you know, and that's because I like to stay connected to nature. You know, if I like the gesture of smoking. We like the gesture of smoking. It's a whole therapeutic thing, really. It's not actual therapy. There's no real relief, but it's everything I just listed is literally the reason why. I'm trying to think of every possible reason why. And because of everything I said, that's the reason why it's okay. That's why we're fine. We'll always be good. Regardless of what we go through. Even if shit happens, who cares, bro? We got God the whole time. We're a part of God the whole time. We're always with, you know, yes. So, I'm telling you right now, the fear, wow, damn, nigga, what the fuck? Okay. The arm was a little too swole for a second. You know, I'm humble. There's no need to either. Hey, I ain't fucking Dwayne Rock. That's an actual mountain of a person right there. You have to work out a lot and eat a lot to maintain that. I bet. Nah. That's why I like too. People have been out here. Okay, so like, all right, you go to the grocery store, you see somebody who's been working there for 10 years, let alone 5 years. Cool. It's not a big deal because they're not famous. Well, it's a big deal. They've been there for 5 years, and if they love it, that's what their shit is. Appreciate it, support them for it. Oh. Meanwhile, most of your celebrities and public figures, they're the equivalent of a normal motherfucker working anywhere else. Oh, but because y'all glaze the entertainment industry for some weird reason and not God. You ain't even gotta glaze God. You just gotta rep that shit. You just gotta be like, you know, just choose once and for all and then live for it. And then from that day forward, you'll see. Right? I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't give a fuck. And as I say, I don't give a fuck, I'm always trying to figure out what the true power is. Like, it's easy for me to go, oh, like who's a normal nigga who like really like outside of acting really ain't on shit. Like I was saying, like Jim Carrey, if he wasn't famous or some shit, if he wasn't in movies, he would still be amazing as a person if you pulled up to him at, you know, a grocery store or something. If Jim Carrey was your waiter, but you didn't know he wasn't in movies, why is he any less great because he's not in movies? Now, that's what's so great about Jim Carrey. He needs to be in movies because of that shit. He's where he needs to be. But there's a lot of motherfucking actors out here and people in entertainment that I don't even know their names. A lot of them, you do know their name, you do know their name, and a lot of it is based on just how they look or the successful movies that they've been in. But it's like they're in acting, all of your power is based on reading a script, understanding it, executing it. Boom, you did your job. Let the editors do the rest. Let the studio do the rest. Or you do your job, you know, after the writers do their job, and then the fucking producers and directors, they get to it, and then y'all get to it. But there's a lot of normal human motherfuckers just walking around thinking that they have something up, or thinking that they have something on the next person walking around on the street. You don't. You don't. None of y'all motherfuckers, bro. So stop that shit. Y'all is not Michael Jackson. So that's why Michael Jackson is different with him. He was like, oh, he wanted to live a normal life. He was wearing masks. He was wearing disguises. Michael was going through a lot of shit, all right? Y'all ain't that. And even if you, okay, well, y'all also, chances are most of y'all weren't thrown into this at that young of an age. Be guess what? I can't say anything about that because that is what it was. And we've all learned a lot from Michael. Michael's one of the reasons why I'll go on to be one of the greatest. Michael's one of the reasons why we will go on to be one of the fucking greatest. All right, I be getting shit twisted, but yeah. You know, I'm tired of this show. I'm going fuck. Just like, I don't care what it is, because it goes both ways too. It gets to the point where, you know, I'm trying to think, who's like a normal motherfucker? It gets to the point where there are actors out here, whether they're famous or not, they think that just because they've been doing all that shit, that like they have the advantage over motherfuckers, or like they're better than somebody. That shit will cause your own downfall. And that's just them, you know, stroking their ego based off the fact a lot of people who don't work in the entertainment industry don't realize that it's just like any other job, industry, job, work, industry, work, job. Okay? All that shit is the same. Difference is that in this industry, it's broadcasted and publicly promoted. And the also thing about this industry is nobody can just get a job in it overnight. You can work, but you will not get paid right away. You can work. That's the thing. In entertainment, you have to work forever and not get paid shit. Little to nothing. I did one commercial and I got $100. That was 10 years ago. And it was for foster kids, because I was a foster kid and they knew that. So we were in foster care. They knew that. So they reached out to us and said, we'll pay you for it. It's the least they could fucking do. It's the least. And right after that, I wanted to just spend the rest of the day. I don't even care for the next 56 hours. I don't care for the next 1,000,000 hours after that commercial. We were just doing commercial after back for free. That's what I wanted to do. But no, right after that, it was back to the fucking dog daycare, making $12 an hour and working fucking maybe 10 hours a week. 16 if I'm lucky. 20 on a really good one. Just, you know, and you go back, you get around all the big dogs out there. They try to put me in small dog daycare. I'm about to be around no little ass. Stop playing with me. No, it's not even about the little dogs, because when you get in the little dog daycare, you get around the people who worked at the dog daycare who want to work around the little dogs, because with the little dogs, it's easy. It's a small room. All you do is sit there and just watch them, and it's a fucking happily ever after. Oh, get paid to watch fucking shit be cute. Fuck that shit, nigga. Where are the beasts at, nigga? I need to really get fucking connected out here. Put me in big dog daycare, all right? And that's where I was. Literally, I'd be posted up against the window, nigga, big ass German Shepherds and motherfucking Pit Bulls and Rottweilers and Dobermans and Huskies and fucking stop playing in St. Bernards, nigga. Big fucking beasts, nigga, and that's the best I can get. That's the best I could get to being around some powerful shit. Outside of, you know, doing a job that was based on our path of transcendence with God. So it was, okay, go do the commercial, go master your abilities, get paid for it. It's nothing that too huge, but it's a part of the big shit we got coming. After this, go back chill with the beasts for a little bit. Until it's back to the dungeon. I'm never somebody who looks back on shit and puts a spin on it. I'm somebody who looks back on shit. We're somebody who just unfortunately has to look back on shit and then take accountability for the fact that, damn, we were a little bit too cool about that. A lot of shit has gone on. And a lot of it has gone on with other people. And a lot of those other people have done dumb shit. And a lot of that caused us to do, and because, no, not even because of that. You know, and this, aside from that, we were doing dumb shit too. So it's like get away from it all at that point. At that point, gotta let this fucking air come in. I can't just be having the fucking car sit on. You know, you gotta have something. I know a lot of us are poor as fuck out here. Shit, Ben still am. All right, I'm with y'all. We together in this. Poor as fuck. Poor as fuck. Poor as fuck. So we get on this shit every day, bro. We fucking, woo. Just start. You are the content. We hear it all the time, but just don't worry about how good the quality is. Don't worry about any of that shit. Do your best. Because what's gonna happen, everybody should have some type of something. Everybody should have some type of a car, some type of a phone, whatever you have. I don't even give a fuck, all right? It gets so much worse. In the last video, if you watched Stand on the Sun, in that video, there was literally somebody sleeping in that park that I was at. He was wrapped up in a tarp, and he had boots, and he had a bike and shit, just like a bicycle or whatever. I'm like, damn, you're comfortable as fuck. Nah. Get up, okay? Get up, get up, get up. I know you gotta have at least some type of money. It don't cost nothing but $15, $10 to go get like a membership at a gym so you can at least stay healthy, like so you can stay clean and healthy. But on top of that, working out, it don't matter if you're not eating right. And when I say if you're not eating right, it don't matter if you're not staying aligned. Because if you're not staying aligned with the elements, and you're only staying aligned with the nature, right? Think of it like this, right? Nature refers to behavior and things happening. Nature and elements are also together. So if you go work out, but you forget about God and everything that's attached to a pristine physique in this world as you, because it reflects in all the other worlds, all right? Don't worry about what you aren't aware of. Don't worry about anything, because if you're godly, there's no stress, no fear, no worry whatsoever. So, but use your tools to the best of your ability to, and don't be out here fucking goofing around either. I know you see niggas walking around with selfie sticks, bullshitting, playing. They ain't doing nothing, nigga. Half these niggas out here are boosting their views on TikTok and YouTube anyway. It's not organic for shit. Lock in with God and be the real fucking deal and watch your shit. I'm telling you, bro, it might take a little longer, but use your fucking tools, get out here and get connected, have real adventures. That's why in between this fucking car shit, we finna go find a park and go post up. It might even be the same park, but just like a different angle. But I'm pretty sure it's the weekend, so parks are gonna be a little whatever. But the next one I want to find, we're gonna go somewhere. So you utilize your phone. Okay, let's see, if you have a phone, you know, and you keep it charged, okay, keep that bitch charged. try to get that, plug that hoe in at the fucking library or something. Go to the library. Yes, go to the library if you don't have no charger. They have fucking they have plugs in the fucking wall there. All right, if you don't have a wall, if you don't have a wall like cube, but you have the cord, you can still go there and just plug into the fucking computer. If you have like a car, you could charge it like that too. Nah, cause you ain't just about to sit up here and have niggas have nothing. All right, if we ain't got no nothing, we gonna find something. All right. So all right, if you got a phone, all right, you need Wi-Fi. I don't know if the library has Wi-Fi, but if you need Wi-Fi, get your ass to Barnes and Noble, get your ass to Starbucks. In fact, I think they have both phone chargers or like charging ports, like